What is up, guys? Gary Oak here, coming at you with another deck profile for Week of Troll Part 5. And this is in my opinion, the trolliest deck. Not the trolliest, but one of the trolliest decks in the game right now, and that's Volcanics. The reason Volcanics are just so goddamn trolly is you can't have a field. You're not allowed to have board presence. Volcanics deny you all of those basic rights. So without further ado, let's jump in. First things first, 3 Volcanic Rockets. When it's summoned, add a Blaze Accelerator card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Reload, 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 reload. Grab, reload, win. 3 Volcanic Shell. You can pay 500 life points if this card's in grave to add a Volcanic Shell from deck to hand. The reason you want to do that is it allows you to use the Blaze Accelerator effect, where you can send a Volcanic card from your hand to the graveyard and draw a card. So basically, Volcanic Shells plus Blaze Accelerator is more or less upstarts with you paying instead of your opponent gaining. Volcanic Scattershot, the bread and butter of this deck. It's absolute horseshit. If it's sent to the graveyard, deal 500 damage to your opponent. And if it's sent to the graveyard by the effect of a Blaze Accelerator, you can send 2 Volcanic Scattershots from your hand and or deck to the graveyard and destroy all monsters your opponent controls. Meaning you want to draw into this bad boy like there's no fucking tomorrow. You draw into Volcanic Scattershot with Blaze Accelerator, and it's your opponent's turn, and it's, just fuck your opponent. Fuck your opponent. 3 Royal Firestorm Guard. Target pyro monsters with these 6. Target 4 pyro monsters in your graveyard, shuffle all 4 into deck, and draw 2 cards. So it allows you to cycle this engine of 1500 points of damage and just horseshit. And it has 1700 attack, which never really is a bad thing. 3 Volcanic Counters. The reason I like Volcanic Counter is simple. If you take damage while it's in your grave, you can banish it, and if there's another fire monster in your grave, you can deal that monster's attack, or no, you basically deal the damage you take. It's like Magic Cylinder, but both of you take the damage. But since this deck does so much burn damage already, like, this just takes it up to just more damage. Prominence Knight, the name is fucked up in this. It should be Brushfire Knight. Like any of the other knights, if when a fire monster is destroyed, sent to your graveyard, send 1 fire monster from your deck to the graveyard. When this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, send 1 fire monster from your deck to the graveyard. You can only use one of these effects per turn. The reason you want to do that is that'll get your shells, and that will get your counters in the grave faster, for more deck thinning and more just plays. Finally, Pyrorix, the Elemental Lord. Why I like Pyrorix is simple. Has to be special summon. It's like Dad. Cannot be unless you have exactly 5 fire monsters in your graveyard. And when it's special summoned this way, you can target 1 monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Both players take damage equal to half its original attack. And sadly, yeah, you have to skip a battle phase if it's destroyed, but that destruction effect is really nice. Plus it has 2800 attack. This really isn't a goal to get out, but I mean, it's a nice card to have. Next up is Summoner Monk. Summoner Monk is Summoner Monk. I mean, need I say more? You can pitch any of these spells: Special Summon Rocket, Rocket Effect, Grab, Accelerator, Reload, call it a day. 2 MSTs, because it's staple. 2 Pot of Dualities, because you honestly don't special summon that much. Pyrorex you special summon with, and Volcanic Rocket you special summon. Well, not Volcanic Rocket, Summoner Monk. Everything else, though, is usually just normal summons, to be honest. 1 Burial from a different dimension. The reason you want to do Burial, these will get banished, and these will get banished, and that's how you grab them back. 1 Foolish Burial, so you can send the shit you need into the graveyard. Triple Wildfires. What Wildfires do is, if you have a face-up Blaze Accelerator, you can destroy it. It's a quick play spell. Pay 500 life points, destroy it, and destroy all monsters on your opponent's side of the field. Plus, you special summon a fire token. The fire token isn't the main thing. The main thing is you just wiped your opponent's field, and it's pretty assholey. Triple Blaze Accelerator reloads, because it's so good. Basically, what it does is you can send a volcanic card from your hand to the grave. If you do, draw a card. Cough, cough, Scattershot, and or Shell. And you can do it during either player's main phase, but it's a once per turn effect. Then during either player's main phase, if this is engraved, you can banish it and send a volcanic card from your deck to the graveyard. Another way for the Scattershot proc. Scattershot proc. Now the question is how do you cycle the Scattershots after they hit the grave? This lovely card right here called Jar of Avarice. And let me grab something else. I forgot to make the extra deck for this. 2, 3. Daigusto Emerald. Daigusto Emerald and Jar of Avarice, all of those will just constantly and your Royal Firestorm Guard, those hit grave, you add them back to your deck, and you just repeat as necessary. 2 Ceasefires, just because, once again, this is burn, no pun intended, ha ha ha. This is burn. 2 Phoenix Wing Wind Blast, just because you want your counters in grave, you want your shells in grave, you want certain cards to hit the graveyard. And then finally, this is an interesting thing I saw online, and I thought I'd grab it for Secret Tech. Tribute 1 fire monster and inflict damage equal to that monster's original attack. It's a really good way to just kind of end a duel, or just get some extra damage out there. Like if you have Pyrorex or Rocket on field, you know, that's 1900, 2800. I know he only has 14, but I mean, that's some good burn damage. But all in all, that's the deck profile. Remember to rate the video, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.